Welcome to this episode of the Zimbabwe Bright Future Syndicate podcast series in partnership with Africa University Road Trot and Elevation Zimbabwe. Today, we're joined by another one of our students who's here to tell us a little bit about their story. Please, could you start by telling us your name, what year you're in, and what subject you're studying?
Hello, everyone. And thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited. And it's a pleasure, really. It's a pleasure to be part of this podcast. My name is Chelsea Hughes, but I'm known as Chelazella. So you can call me Chelazella. But yeah, my formal name is Chelsea Hughes. I'm at Africa University, like you said, and I'm studying social work. Right now, I'm in my third year, first semester.
Yes, Chelazella, that's the energy we like to hear. Okay, welcome to this episode. I think this one is going to be a good one. So let's get right into it and start by asking you, when you were studying your A levels, did you know what you wanted to study at university?
Yes, girl. It's all about the energy with Zella. People know me, they know Coutinho. It's just about the energy. It's all about the energy. Okay. For me, I've always been very passionate about things that I want to do. And like I've always, ever since I was like, early teenage years, like 13, 14, I've always been passionate about helping people. We used to be in, Nana Interact when I was like at, because for my high school, I was at St. Dominic's Ishawash, and then I went to High Achievers later on. But ever since then, people always used to know, Chelsea is all about charity, helping people, things like MCing and things like that. So I've always been very passionate about helping people. So that's why when I went to A level, I really wanted to do sociology, and I was looking for a university that not a university, but a high school that had sociology, because sociology or social work, I knew I just wanted to do social work because I wanna help. That's just my passion. My passion is, it. I know it sounds so cheesy, but my passion really is to make the world a better place. So yeah, I did for A level. I did sociology, I did history, and I did business studies. And sociology is the one subject that I really passed because I enjoyed it, and that's exactly what I wanted to do. I wanted to do social work, understand human beings, understand, learn to, because the only way you can help someone is if you understand them. Yeah. So yeah, I guess, yeah, I always knew. I fortunately for me I always knew.
I love that. Okay, so you were in a position where you knew, what kind of things you were passionate about, what kind of things you wanted to carry on in your studies. And it's nice to hear that, you did that outside of school as well, which is great. It really shows, how invested you were in this idea. So when it got to the time of now starting to look around at universities and, what courses they offer, did you know where you could find information about the courses that were offered by different universities? And like what kind of subject content there was. So yeah, what kind of sources did you look at for information on what subject and what university would suit you best?
Okay. So for sources, I won't lie, it was really difficult. It was really difficult. I won't lie, it was really difficult for me. But I could say my two main sources were the internet. We have the internet and my friends, because I had older friends who are already in university. So I'd ask them, okay, does your university offer social work, and what is it like there, etc. And sometimes if I had Wi-Fi, or if I didn't have Wi-Fi, I just go to my mom's workplace and literally just search, like universities in an essay. But actually, to be honest, I would search universities that offer good scholarships, because I really wanted to live Zim. Like, I won't lie, I really, because sometimes I feel like, with my the person that I am, my personality, my character, my talents, and my passion, Zim just doesn't offer, that kind of, support that I need for people like me. So I was like, nah, mom, I need to go outside, because I know outside there'll be more opportunities for me, sorry. But so yeah, so I just searching universities that offer good scholarship programs for African students and whatever. So I'll just find like if it gives me like names or a list of schools or universities, then I'll just search. Okay, let me see the programs. Is the social work? If there's social work, then I'll apply. But then because during that time things started becoming really difficult, like I think that's when that US to bond thing started. So things were really tough, and at that time my mom wasn't getting paid in US, so it was really difficult. So I started thinking about, okay, how would my mom then be able to pay my school fees. I also have a little brother who has who is supposed to go to high school and finish primary school and whatnot. So I was like, no, it's okay, let's just do Zim for now. And then when I can be able to take myself to maybe to university, maybe for masters and whatnot. So I was like, okay. But for Zim, I was sure, I just knew I wanted to go to Africa University. So I was just hoping that there's social work. So I would ask people that I know who are at Africa University, or I'd ask people who know people who are at Africa University. And then they'll tell me, nah, yeah, there's social work, what. I'll go on their website, call them, ask, okay, what is it like, the etc, how long is the program, what are the requirements. And then I applied. I fortunately, and fortunately I got the place. And that's how I started learning at Africa University. But I won't lie, in Zim is really difficult. Sources is really really, because at a young age, I was getting so much pressure from my mom. You have to do this by yourself. I mean, I can't be helping you, it's your life. You know how African moms are. But yeah, I managed to do it.
Yes, you managed. And I like the fact that you took the initiative to actually call people and ask them about the courses when you couldn't find information online. That's really great. Must have been a fulfilling experience for you, knowing that you really made the right choice based on, your own research and what you wanted to do. So if you could tell your younger self something that's either good or bad that you wish you knew earlier about going to university, what would it be?
Okay, so this one is a bit tricky, but I'll try to be very, very honest with you guys, because this is supposed to be helping people. So yeah, we'll be very honest because we have the experience. Been in university for almost 3 years, so trust me, I take to serious. I know everything. Okay, so I will tell myself to not rush myself. You know, I used to play with like older kids. Like ever since primary, high school, I always used to play with like older guys, because no, so because I used to play with older guys, it means I was a bit too mature for my age. So I would end up doing things that weren't really for my age, because you try to fit in. And because they're kind of not turning heads out, sometimes people are having a conversation, you don't really, you also want to talk. You also want to talk and relate and whatnot. So, and going to university, trust me, going to university is scary. It's fun and exciting, but it's very scary, because you can really get lost. In university you can get lost, you can get confused. And university is so scary because it's literally just you against the world. Like literally it's just you against the world. But yeah, I would tell myself to not rush myself and be very patient. And be very patient. And yeah, not to please people, and do things for my own self, do things for myself and my own time and my own space. Because that's when you end up making bad decisions, when you're trying to please people. Because literally, this whole world, it's this life, it's you against the world. Literally, it's you against the world. So if you were trying to live a life to please people or do things for people, you're not gonna get it anyway. So that's one that I'll tell myself, definitely.
No, that makes complete sense. And thank you for being so honest with that. I think it would be really useful for some people to hear that because, it's very easy to always shy away from the real subject at hand. And it's quite easy to, just kind of say some diluted things. So thank you. Thank you so much for your honesty. So I know you mentioned that obviously when you were looking into courses and what universities you could go to, your mum was saying that she wanted it to be a decision coming from you, so she didn't really want to get too involved. um but kind of tying everything together, and obviously like you said, like sometimes it's easy to fall victim to influence from friends or whoever. Did your family or your friends influence any part of your decision on what to study, whether that was before you decided what course or what university you wanted to go to, or whether that was during that period, or even after you decided? Did anyone kind of offer you advice or, have any input on your decision?
Okay, thank you for the question. Really, to be honest with you, like, to a greater extent, it was all my decision. My mom is more of a supportive role, she wants me to do everything and figure out everything by myself and just support me, make sure, okay, no, this is what you want. And she'll give me advice, if this is, you can either do this or this or that or that or that. But yeah, she knew that I wanted to do social work. I've always wanted to do social work. So yeah, she was just, being supportive really, and giving me my options. And if you don't find social work, you can maybe do law, because law was my second option, or like just do sociology if you can get sociology as a program, because usually sociology is difficult to get it like as a undergraduate program degree rather. So she was just really supportive. My friends were also really supportive. I had some friends who knew friends who did social work, so I would talk to them, ask for advice. Is it easy? Is it hard? And they'll tell me now in Zim it's a bit difficult to then find work and whatnot after you graduate, but you need to be someone who's connected. You need to, be a hard worker and get connected, go to, etc. So yeah, I could say people would give me advice. I'll look for advice, literally. I'll look for it, ask friends who know friends, and ask my friends, guys, so and so. My mom would just support me, and yeah.
Gosh, it really was a fact finding exercise, wasn't it? Okay, that sounds good. So you had kind of like first hand information from your friends, and then obviously, your family as well, like you said. And it's good to hear that, you were looking for advice rather than just having it planted upon you, which I'm sure a lot of us are guilty of, even, in our own lives as well. Okay, so in terms of your course content, then, can you explain it to me as you know it now versus what you thought it was about before you started?
Okay. So yeah, I won't lie. I really never knew that social work had a lot of content, or like it had a lot of things. I just used to think social work is just about, helping people, knowing how to help people, understanding people, etc, and easy things. But trust me, it's more than that, and it's really irritating and frustrating and annoying how people undermine my humanities and arts, at school to Gachingo Seka, everyone is always saying, nah, special class is, my humanities, our faculty. And trust me, people don't know, it's a lot of work. It's easy to fail. Trust me, social work is very, very easy. It's a program that's very, very easy to fail. If you don't put your heart and hard work, energy, effort into it, you'll easily fail. Trust me, social work is hard, and this coming from someone who hasn't had, I haven't had any supplement, 3 years that I've been in university. But I'm not bragging. I've also had my C's and whatnot. It's not easy. It's not easy because social work, it's got a lot of things. You have to know the law. You have to understand the law in Zimbabwe. My acts, different acts. What does the government say about helping? What does the government say about so and so law, Children's Act, CCC Act? You need to know. And social worker, it has different things. You can be. There's so many types of being a social worker. I'm a social worker. I want this. You know. You need to know conduct psychology. You need to understand the human brain, development, the human development. You need to understand so many things. Like, I won't lie. Social work, natural disasters, how to help, how to involve yourself in those things, how to help, and the methods, different methods, case studies. You need to have your facts. You need to, trust me, social work, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. Trust me. Oh my God. You need to understand about, how to talk to someone who has been abused, how to talk to someone who's once had, who's once experienced a traumatic event in their life. You need to, now trust me, putting all that together in one small head, trust me, that's very, very, very difficult. You need to understand management, how to how to manage. If you're going to become a manager, you need to also understand how to do that. You need to understand so many things, social organizations, the different social organizations that we have. You need to understand the principles of social work as as they stand. You need to understand all the acts, and you need to know them. You need to know them. You need to know what UNICEF says about this. What Southern Africa says about this. How do they define a child? How does UNICEF define a child? How does Zimbabwe define a child? How does so trust me, it's hectic. It's hectic. Odds are hectic, and you because answers are not just there. You need to think, especially in this COVID era. It was so hard for us because most of our questions were just were COVID related, and back then there wasn't a lot of research. Even up now, there's still not a lot of research, like enough research, to use. So it's hard. It's hard. Unlike Anamets, where the answer is there, just have to work it out. But the answer is there. Just have to work it out. You need to know the formula. So it's hard. It's hard. But yeah, for me, I used to think it was easy. I just okay, how do I help people? But it's a lot of hard work.
I have no doubt that you are absolutely smashing it. I mean, yeah, that does sound like a lot to fit into one head. So I don't envy you. I think we're going to leave it to you guys, the experts, to, be the future of social work in Zimbabwe and in Southern Africa, because I definitely couldn't do it. So I commend you very, very much. So have you had the chance to pick any optional modules, or have all of the modules been prescribed for you before you started on your course of study?
Yeah, we did. We had, well, I can't really say it was optional, but yeah, we had to like pick. Because, like, African University just doesn't have Zimbabwean students. It's an international university. It's got a lot of international students. So most of them either speak French or Portuguese. So we were told to, like, pick between French or Portuguese. So I don't know, for some reason, I just thought, nah, okay, let me pick French because I think French is a bit easier than Portuguese. And I don't really have like like a proper reason. And I don't have a proper reason why I picked French other than I just assumed it was a bit easier than Portuguese. But I haven't tried Portuguese, so I'm not really sure yet. And I can't really judge that yet. But French was fun. French was fun. It was tricky, yeah. The first semester was okay because I had to do it for like a year, so I had to do it for 2 semesters. So French was a bit the first semester was okay because just learning the normal things, bonjour, and the normal greetings, ça va bien, and comment ça, things like that. I don't know if I'm saying it correctly now because I've forgotten most things. But yeah. Yeah. So I picked French. I just picked French because I thought it was easier. And most of my friends, like, no, okay, let's do French, guys. I'm like, okay, girls, let's do French.
Yeah, no, definitely. It sounds like you still remember quite a few things, so it didn't all go to waste. Okay, so tell me about when you were looking at the possible courses to study outside of looking at the course content, that each university offered, and outside of looking at, the information that you got from your friends who were at university at the time. Did you consider what facilities are available at any of the universities that you were looking at? So, when I say facilities, I'm talking about the library, sports facilities, quality of accommodation, things like proximity to home, and obviously online study as well. Now that we're kind of at the height of, the current pandemic situation where lockdown is affecting us all across education and employment as well.
Definitely, because like I said, I'm very, very gifted. I'm like an all-rounder. I'm joking, but yeah, I wasn't just looking at the school, like the education part only. I wanted to ask you guys have sports because I'm a very active person, I could say. I'm doing I'm part of a performing arts program, and I'm the president of this performing arts group. So I dance, I do soccer. I'm actually this is my job, but this is my job, but actually this one actually so creams I do my job. So I'd also ask about the soccer as well, and other, like, facilities, like, leadership things and what not, what not, what not, what not, what not, so yeah, because like even right now as you speak, I'm doing a lot of things. I'm part of the SRC, that's the Student Representative Council. Vice President for Rotaract, President of Reflection Arts. Part of the soccer team. So yeah, I obviously had to cross check, because for me, I'm not just about education. For me, I don't think it's just about university, just about education. University is not just about education. It's about a lot of things. Social life. You can't just pass through university. No, 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 no. That's not what we do. So yeah, I even started emceeing as well at school. I'd go for auditions and whatnot. So university has done a lot of things for me. Now I know things that I can really do and things that I can't do. So yeah.
Ayestajuna ndimi vanhu vacho. Oh my gosh, Sando Zenyu, look at you just making the most of the university experience. You're right. I think it's an opportunity for people to find themselves and to really, delve into what it is they're interested in, what it is they're passionate about. It's like, yeah, I'm impressed. Well done, you. So, from start to finish, can you describe the university application process in your experience? So, I'm kind of asking from the perspective of you focusing on any key memories or feelings when you that you had when you were going through the whole process.
Okay. So from start to finish, I only applied. Mommy, how many schools did I apply to? I think two, right? No, three. Three. I applied to the school in university in Cyprus, and this college in SA, and Africa University. So like that was three applications. The rest I didn't then end up applying, because remember, like I said, I didn't want to go abroad, for reasons that I stated before. So it was scary. It was scary because I was hoping I'd make the cut and etc. So like with African University, what they did was they were like, I applied, right, and then they're like, okay, so you need to come to their, like, go to their offices on a specified day that they told us, and then make sure you have your birth certificate and whatever. So I went there with my mom. I went with my birth certificate and whatever copies that I needed to go there with, and there were a lot of students there, people, girls and boys, who also wanted to apply. So I had mixed emotions. I was a bit scared, I won't lie, because it was the first time thing, so it's a bit scary. It's like mixed feelings, scary, excited, nervous, so we got there, and then we got in front of the line, and the guy there was so nice. I was like, oh, you want to come to AU? And I went there wearing a Chelsea jersey, so they're all laughing, whatnot. And then they gave us some other forms to fill, and then we filled the forms with my mom, and then he had to pay some, I don't know, was it deposit or whatever. I went there, we paid. Then he went back, and then I was like, okay, so you got the place. And then he gave us forms to fill, whatnot. I told us when we're supposed to be on campus. And I was over the moon. I was just excited. I couldn't wait. I remember the day that I actually left to go to uni, my mom was crying. I remember. So it was very emotional, I won't lie. But yeah, it was the application process is a bit it's a bit scary. It's a bit scary because you're hoping I hope I get it. And it was considering that's the only school that I had applied to in Zim. So yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I can't think of a worse feeling than seeing your mum cry. I remember, oh gosh, my first day at uni was pretty much the same as well. It was really, it was sad, but like you said, exciting, right? And yeah, I guess that, you've come out on top. You've managed to really, immerse yourself in the whole uni experience, which is great. And I think a lot of people who are feeling scared and excited, like you were back in the day, hopefully will take some comfort in the fact that it's okay to feel like that, when you're at that part of the application process. Okay, so now that we've kind of gone through, looking back and looking at what you considered before you started and talking a little bit about, your course content right now and how you're finding the whole experience at university, I want to kind of just do like a roundup question. And I want to ask you, what is the most valuable lesson that you've learned so far from being at university? So that can be either about academics or just life in general. But what do you feel like, is the one biggest thing that you can take away and say, this is the thing that I feel like, the whole experience of being at university has taught me?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. But, personally, being very honest, I don't feel like um, I have done everything that I wanted to do. I really haven't. And, like, so many people who are my age are doing so many great big things, and they're living so many, like, they're living better lives, and whatnot. And, like, like, I'm doing okay. I can't say I'm doing great. I'm doing okay, and but I know I've got so much potential, and I haven't got to, like, where I wanna, like, I haven't reached the level that I wanna reach, yet, just yet. So I really hope and pray that I do reach that stage, and people know, people, hear me, people, know about me, and people, I can actually help people, and etc. So we can just hope and hope and pray. But the one lesson that I can say, that I've really learned from university life, university teaches you about life in general, really. Like, having to stay off campus, buying your own groceries. It's teaching you to become a mom. It's teaching you to become independent. It's teaching you to how do you, because as women, traditionally, auntie, our role, is to give a guy a home, give your children a home, give your husband a home. So it teaches you that. Trust me, it teaches you to be independent. It teaches you, to learn how to budget your stuff. I mean, my mom never gives me money if I'm not at school. Tungwana pocket money can I do which if you're not at school, you ain't gonna get that money. You have to find ways to get that money. So yeah, it teaches you how to save, budget, and if you're someone who likes to please people, you're always gonna be broke. You're always gonna be spending. You know, um, it taught me a lot of things. It teaches you how to, like, how to even pick friends. How to maintain relationships. It teaches you how to so many things, so many things. Even when it comes to relationships. And I know a lot of people want to know this. Trust me. I know a lot of, especially girls, and not a lot of girls want to know this. Trust me. Don't go to uni with the mentality of Gucci, I'm going to go to uni, find dudes, find my husband there. Trust me, that'll mess you up. And you end up falling into the wrong hands countless times because, you're so desperate to want to find, to want to find a lover. You want to find someone you love and whatnot. Because that's the mentality that I had. I went to uni thinking, oh, guys, they are so mature. I'm going to find a good boyfriend and we're going to be together the whole uni. And when I went to university, it literally laughed at me. Like, girl, no. And because, and I right now that I look back, I think that's why I fell into a lot of wrong hands because of that desperation of wanting to find a boyfriend, wanting to just be loved. When you go to uni, like I said, focus on yourself. Just do you, literally. Go to school, have fun with your friends, and have fun because that's the only time you can have fun, literally. Because after uni, you need to find a job. You need to find ways to get money. So trust me, when you're in uni, especially first year, oh my God, have fun, have fun, have fun. Just have friends who can, okay, now guys, we need to relax. We're doing too much. Because if you don't have good friends, your uni life is messed up, trust me. So focus on yourself, really. Focus on yourself. Go to uni. When it's schoolwork, do schoolwork. When it's fun time, don't miss those events. Go. Go and have fun. Have fun to the fullest. Have fun. And if someone is to come, relationship wise, if someone is to come, they'll come. They'll come. Don't rush yourself. Don't be too desperate to want to find love or someone. So yeah, university taught me so many things. I can't even pick one, but it taught me good to life. It's really just you against the world. Really, it's just you against the world, and it taught me good to, no matter what people have to say about me, no matter what people think about me, it's not gonna stop me from doing whatever that I want. It's not gonna stop me from doing anything that I want. Because when I was in 1-1, people. You're like, people look at me right now like, because I have heard a lot of people say a lot of things about me, and But like, look, I'm doing more things than these people. So trust me, university guy, even if people talk bad about you, even if people try to pull you down, get up. Get up and continue doing what you do best. Trust me, because university life, I'm not gonna lie and say it's easy. It's not easy. There are gonna be days where you are depressed, days where you feel like you want to just go back home. You don't want to be in uni anymore. You don't have any friends. You feel alone. But trust me, don't stop. Don't stop, because at the end of the day, it's you in that exam room. It's just you, and when you graduate, it's just literally you and that graduation certificate, that degree certificate. So, literally, it's you versus the world, and uni will show you the world as it is. Kutia, life is not here to play games with you. Life will knock you out. So you have to be strong. You have to be strong and don't give up. Never give up. Never give up. Never, ever, ever, ever give up. I think that's the main lesson. That's the one big lesson that I've learned. Because trust me, I think I've gone through almost everything that any typical African young girl child has gone through. I've gone through most of it, and look, I'm still here. I'm not trying to say I'm big, like I'm doing big things. I'm not, but I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get there. So yeah.
That is such a wonderful message. Oh my goodness. I really hope as many people as possible hear that because yeah, sometimes you just need someone to just tell you not to give up, and you're right. We do need to, acknowledge the fact that it's not always going to be easy, but like you said, you're going to get there, and here you are. So, absolutely fantastic. On the subject of getting there and on the subject of, doing wonderful things in the world, do you know what you want to do after university? Where do you see yourself in 5 years' time?
Okay, that's the $1 billion question, isn't it? Whew. Okay, where do I see myself? Okay, first let me answer the first question. What do I want to do after school? I want to do a lot of things. A lot of things. I want to be a presenter. I want to be a presenter like, on MTV based. I want to host the VMAs. I want to host the Grammys. Even in Zim, the Nama Awards. I want to host all of that. I want to host all of that. I want to be a radio personality. I want to do so many things. Let me do a mini sample for you. Let me do a mini sample for everyone who's listening. All right, welcome everyone to the 2020 VMAs. And this is your host, your favorite girl, Chelsea User, known as Chilazella Baby. Okay, that was like a mini something something. But I want to do a lot of things. And apart from just social work, I haven't yet decided what I want to do, like when it comes to social work. Like, because, it's got different fields. I don't know what I really want to do. But I was thinking, more to the helping women and children side. Yeah. But I also, yeah, like I said, I want to be an MC. I want to be a host, a presenter, and I want to dance because I love to dance. I want to dance. I also want to sing because I do love to sing. I was actually I made it to the top 5. I don't know if you know. It's like a popular competition in Zim called Dreamstar, and I made top 5. So I also want to do that. I want to do so many things. My mom is always complaining, you put so much pressure on yourself. I'm like, Mom, I'm so young. That's the time to put a lot of pressure on myself. You know? So yes, I wanna do a lot of things. So in 5 years now, I'm hoping that in 5 years I wanna start getting some good money. Cause right now, I'm doing a lot of things. I've been a radio presenter, a radio personality before. I've been a radio presenter before, and I presented on a few shows before. There's a new show that's coming up called The Seed, where I was interviewing like a lot of upcoming artists and whatever. But most of it doesn't really pay me. Like it's just like sometimes just doing favors for your friends and whatever. So most of it doesn't really pay. So sometimes it does get frustrating. But so yeah, so I'm hoping in 25 years, I'll be getting that bag, that money. And in 25 years, I hope I'll be able to travel and take myself, take my mom and my little brother and my cousins, take them to England, take them to Bali, take them to, like, just that's just what I want. So I hope when I'm in 5 years later, when I'll be 26, yeah, because right now I'm 21. So when I'm 26, how old, I'll be able to get some good money, and I'll be getting some good money and doing something that I love. I don't want to put pressure on myself. Like, I don't want to say, when I'm 26, I hope I'll be presenting for ZFM. I'll be ready presenting for ZFM, presenting for, I'll be an MC for the NAMA, whatever. I don't want to do that, because then when I'm 26, I'll get into a deep depression, because I'm not yet where I want to be. So all I can say is, when I'm 26, I hope I'll be getting some money, and I'll be able to pay for some of my bills, my mom's bills. I'll be able to pay for my little brothers, whatever. I'll be able to I'll be doing something that I love. I just hope I just want to do something that I love. I hope the money will be coming out from presenting or whatever, social work, whatever it is. I just hope I'll be getting some money and doing what I love. I think that's where we can put it. When I'm 26, I wanna have my own shit. Sorry, I shouldn't be swearing. Sorry, guys. But I hope I'll have my own stuff. I hope I'll have my own, I don't know, I guess I hope I'll have my own place to stay. Be able to pay my mom's rent. Be able to visit her once in a while with some gifts. Be able to say, Mom, I'm hosting something. Come as my guest. I hope people who know me, people who know who Chelazella is, because Chelazella's in the building. So yeah, I hope that's my prayer. That's my prayer.
Chelsea, sorry, excuse me. Thank you so, so much for your time today. It's been an absolute pleasure. I have had the best time listening to your stories. I've had a wonderful time sharing in your experiences, and I really do wish you all the best in your future endeavors. Yeah, I hope that, people are going to have as much fun listening to you as I did. But it's been great. I really just, I've learned a lot as well about you and about myself. And I really, really hope everything goes well for you. Good luck with the rest of your studies, and good luck for the near future.
Thank you so much. Yeah, it was really, really fun, huh? I had fun as well. I had so much fun. And yeah, it's a pleasure. Thank you so much. I feel honored, to be a part of this amazing podcast, an amazing project. And I also wish you the best. And I can't wait. I can't wait to hear everything. All right, take care.